What is up, YouTube?
Yeah. If I ever said I'm never scared, just know I mean it.
It's been so long. I don't even remember when I posted that last vlog. That's probably not a good thing, but I don't know. Life kind of gets in the way sometimes, and I've just been, you know, transitioning back into school and still working and going to the gym, and it's just like, I don't know, I just forget to pick my camera up. But you know what, this morning that, you know, today, or not today, yesterday, Monday, I ran into someone that I went to like elementary school and middle school with. We went to school up to like 8th grade together, and I literally just like standing in this deli with Sam, and you know, I'm the type of person, like, I'm not shy, but I guess I kind of am in like certain situations, I don't know, but you know, so I didn't like say anything, but like she came up to me and she was just like, you know, I love watching your YouTube videos, you know, Max, come here. You know, she's like, I love watching your YouTube videos, and you're so inspirational. Like, it got me to go back, you know, to the gym to, you know, start working out again. I just was like, wow. Like, what? Videos are just, you know, like, make yourself comfortable. Anyway, I know I was just like, had all these ideas of like vlogs that I wanted to do, and Tickle, stop. Alright, you can hang out. Oh. He like can't sit still for more than like 30 seconds, I swear. But so I was just feeling that I had all these ideas that I wanted to do, but yet like I kind of was just feeling that, you know, either like my vlogs are like repetitive, or that like maybe people weren't really like caring about them as much, or like even wanting to like watch, because, you know, like everyone and their mother is just on YouTube nowadays. But whatever. If my vlogs can speak to and reach one person out of, you know, however many people see the video, then that's all that matters. You know, I forget that I do have, you know, a decent social media platform that I can, you know, speak to people and positively impact people, and that's all I ever want to do. So that's what's gonna happen. I am going to bring back my YouTube. I swear to the heavens above, and I promise I will put out content for you guys. I'm going to post workouts daily to my Snapchat, because I did that today, just like randomly, because I was like just at the end of class, like kind of getting bored, and yeah, I just posted it. A bunch of y'all screenshotted it, like the most screenshots I ever got on a Snapchat ever. And yeah, so I'm gonna be doing that. I'm gonna post some content to Instagram. I'm gonna just like step my game up, okay? Like, that conversation that I had literally like inspired me, so that's what's gonna happen. I did say that I was gonna shower first and then record this, but I was kind of just like in the zone and like just excited, so I'm gonna record it now. Y'all can't really smell me through the camera anyway, so that's fine. I just got back from lifting. I did legs, and yeah, so let's get the show on the road, shall we? A bunch of comments on it, questions and whatnot. I'm gonna just like literally just go down the list and answer them. I didn't really read them much before this, so you got my roar. So you got Courto's raw and real answers, as always. E. Marie Fitness says, girl, you have such a bigger impact than you give yourself credit for. Thank you. What advice can you give to people who are struggling with gaining weight in order to put on muscle? You seem to be so at peace with your post-show body. What helped you do that? Well, the truth is, I am body. This is definitely, you know, number-wise on the scale, the most I've weighed. And I think what has helped me, you know, stay true to like what I'm doing and not giving up and just being okay with it is that I have my goals in mind. I know what I'm doing. I know why I'm doing it. I want to be doing this. And it does get hard. You know, it's not always easy. I do definitely, you know, get hard on myself. And I criticize myself. You know, we all kind of do it. It has its time and place, and that I know what I have to do, and I'm doing it. And another thing that's really helped me is that, you know, throughout my years of just life and fitness, I've definitely developed a true sense of like just loving myself and everything about myself from like the inside out. And I used to, you know, I've struggled with an eating disorder in my past, and I went through a bunch of phases where I didn't really love myself, and you know, I was very more obsessed with just my outward appearance, and I really was on the inside. And after, you know, recovery and all that, like, we're not gonna get into that right now, but I learned that there's just so much more to life than how you look. And Abby Marie Fit asked, what do you do when you get the urge to cut? When you have a bad body image day, how do you not panic about the weight gain, and how do you calm yourself down? Well, pretty much what I just said. I know what I'm doing. I love what I'm doing. I know why I'm doing it. It's what I want to do. And, you know, a lot of times I see girls wanting to put on muscle, but, you know, they enter this small little, like, bulking phase, I guess, and, you know, the minute the scale goes up, the minute they feel, you know, a little fluffy, or, you know, they see, like, a slight weight gain, they drop their macros back down or whatever, and they start cutting again, and they don't embrace the bulk, which is what you have to do. You just have to remember where you are right now in this moment, what you're doing, why you're doing it, and you have to look at, like, the outcome. Like, how are you going to benefit from what you're doing right now? I know that, like, what I'm doing is going to pay off in the long run. I know that I'm going, you know, it's not a forever feeling, it's not a forever thing of, like, you know, weight gain or whatever, you know, but, so I just keep myself grounded. When I do get stressed out, I'm just like, you know, Courtney, you know what you're doing, you're living life, you're having fun, you're reaching your goals, you have a mindset, like, you have things in place, and you're getting shit done, and that's that. Z asked for tips from switching to intuitive eating from tracking macros, and how to stop counting macros in your head if you, like, delete the app, I guess. Okay, so that's actually a good question. I think there's a lot of ways you can go about switching from intuitive eating to tracking macros. You know, it's not just like this is how to do it. Like, you know, you have to kind of figure out, like, what's gonna work for you. For me, I started off with, like, not tracking throughout the day, but then at the end of the night, I was, like, consistently, like, tracking and putting everything into my phone that I was eating, and still kind of, like, realized that it was still, like, you know, in my mind, and I was still, like, kind of just always thinking. So I deleted the app. I slowly stopped tracking certain things. Like, right now, the only things I literally track are my oats and, like, maybe, like, my rice, if I was to, like, make rice, but I've been using those, like, Uncle Ben, like, 90-second pouch things, so, you know, if I care about the macros or whatever, like, they're on the back, so, whatever. So the only thing is I really track when I pour oats into a bowl, or peanut butter, sometimes I don't even measure my peanut butter out. What? I know! You just gotta do something different every day, challenge yourself, set a little goal or a little challenge for yourself each day. Like, today I'm not gonna track this, or, you know, tomorrow or whatever, I'm not gonna track this and this. I'm gonna switch up this meal. I'm not gonna eat this meal because, like, I already know the macros in it, you know? And then the whole, like, trying to forget or trying not to, like, consciously track your macros or count in your head is definitely difficult, because if you've been tracking for a while, obviously that stuff is, like, programmed into your brain. Like, you literally, like, can't, it's hard to just, like, erase it. I know that, like, 4 ounces of chicken has, like, 24 to 26, you know, grams of protein in it, or that, you know, if you're using Quaker oats and you got 40 grams of it, you know that it's gonna be, like, 26-ish carbs. Like, this is stuff you know. It's just like the ABCs at this point. Like, I definitely do have like an idea of what I'm eating each day. But it's different. It's not like a conscious thought. I think a good thing to do is to start eating foods you enjoy and not worrying about the macros. Like, if it's like a balanced meal, and you can tell if something's like a balanced meal if it's, you know, kind of like a YOLO meal, I guess. If you're eating like a taco and you have like the wrap and some chicken and maybe like some lettuce, salsa, and cheese, like, okay, you got your carbs, your fats, and your proteins. That's like balance. It's not gonna be, you know, some exact like properly portioned meal, but like, you know, you got like a good balance of like macronutrients there. Like, when I go out to dinner or something like that, or out to eat for whatever meal it is, I'll order something that I like, something that I want. You know, it's always something, you know, decently healthy, something well balanced like that. And I just enjoy it. And I just enjoy my time with whoever I'm with. And I just engage in conversation. And that's that. Like, you can't erase that stuff from your mind, but you can kind of just not focus on it as much. So Corey_fit says, these comments literally like made me want to cry. Me. Your all seasons help inspire me to become more confident in my body now, not just when I'm lean. Thank you for your transparency. You have no idea how much you helped me. I would love to hear you talk about social media and how it impacted you, as well as what people who are new to the fitness industry should be skeptical of when following bigger accounts. Well, okay, so how has social media impacted me? Well, in the very, very, very beginning, when I first made my Instagram account, that used to be called Courtney's Fitstagram, like this video if you were around for that, like from the way beginning. It was like a recovery account for my eating disorder, which really did help me like stay accountable to that, and really helped motivate me and push me to, you know, stick to my recovery and not fall back into like a relapse or whatever. So it really did help me and impact my life in a positive way for that, and it continues to impact my life in a positive way. It has seriously given me friends and people who I know that like I can talk to about certain things like this, you know, fitness related stuff, or just like life related things that they understand on a different level than people who just don't like do the whole fitness lifestyle thing. Social media, Instagram has given me like my best friend. Hi, Ashley. And I literally would be lost without that girl. She is my freaking ride or die. I literally cannot imagine a day without talking to her. You know, even like this, like it's given me this, you know, all these opportunities to impact and talk to people. And like when I, you know, like going to expos and stuff, which I'm pissed that I didn't go to the Olympia, but we're not gonna talk about that. But like in March when I was at the Arnold, like just like people like recognizing you and like they're just like, it's just such a great feeling. And it's like, wow, I really love doing this. This is freaking awesome. Following big accounts, like, I don't know, this goes for anything, not even just like big Instagram fitness accounts or whatever, but you know, you have to kind of like not always really believe the stuff you hear. Like, you can't be stupid. You can't like read this stuff and like, you know, if someone is, you know, has 1 million followers on Instagram and they're like, oh, this is what I do, this is what I eat, this is how I work out. You can't be like, oh, okay, this is like the key to life. This is what I need to do and I'm gonna look just like that. Like, no, it doesn't work like that. A lot of times when your account, you know, blows up and you get more followers, a lot of times it turns more into this like business type of deal. And, you know, obviously people will promote things that they like, you know, hopefully that they like, and they're not just in it for, you know, making money. But, you know, a lot of people do make an income from their social media, and you have to be aware of that and You know, you have to stay true to yourself. You have to do what you like. You have to do what you want to do. You know, you can't always just listen to people who have a lot of followers. There's a bunch of people out there who don't have like a mass following on, you know, social media, but yet like are so much more inspirational, motivational, can have such a more of a positive impact than the people who do have this like mass following. And just because they have a mass following, you know, people think that they are just like the Gandhi of fitness, and it's like, no, they're not. They're really not. So, you know, you have the power to follow and unfollow people, so, you know, pick out the good people. That's all I'm saying. Ah, my foot fell asleep. Ah, ow. I hate that. God. So, embracing Julia. Hi, Julia. Julia's one of my clients, and I freaking love that girl. But anyway, so she said, how do you juggle, oh my god, 3 people actually asked me this. How do you juggle school, the gym, coaching, your 2 other jobs, social life, Sam, your family, etc., etc., without losing my goddamn mind? Well, I would be lying if I said I never lost my goddamn mind with all the stuff that I tried to balance. I definitely have lost my mind a couple times. Not enough hours in the day for everything that I want to do and want to get done, and I'm sure I'm not the only one who feels that way, but I recently, before school started, when I was buying school supplies in Target, I bought a planner that I have been using religiously, and I'm really proud of myself for this because usually I'll buy a planner and use it for like a week and then kind of forget about it, and then I try to get back into it and like use it again, and I'm just like, nah, not working out. Week, I block out times of like when I'm gonna be in schoolwork I have to do, gym time, work time, just me time, time that I'm gonna be out and, you know, spending time with Sam and things like that. I definitely have like upped my time management. Especially with school and work, like you have to be, you know, this semester I jam-packed my classes into like 2.5 days. So I'm at school from 9 to 5 on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and for like 3 hours I get, yeah, 3 hours on Wednesdays. So you know, I work 4 days a week. I work 2 jobs, and I kind of had to like split my time up, you know, for these 2 jobs, and kind of had to like share myself between these 2 jobs because, you know, I needed obviously enough hours to be on the schedule, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, you have to be upfront. I usually am not like a very upfront person in situations like this, but I like told my managers, I was like, these are the days I can work, and that's that. It's like I need, you know, 1 day a week to just have like nothing going on, and that's usually like a Saturday for me, when I obviously don't have school, and I usually don't have work. Usually in the mornings is when, before I even go to the gym, is when I like I'll update and answer emails for clients and stuff, and then, you know, go to the gym, do any errands that I have to do, and, you know, by mid-afternoon tonight I'll just do life things. Like I'll, you know, either go out and spend time with Sam, go out and do something, or just literally like do nothing and just sloth really hard, because that's super important. You have to take time for yourself. So Tish asked, what is my favorite exercise? My number 1 favorite exercise. Just love lifting. Lifting is just fun. I just lift everything. I love it all. Lorna Perozzo Fitness, I'm sorry if I said that completely wrong, said, what is your favorite thing to eat on a high carb day? Well, if you're like me, every day of your life is a high carb day. But no, if like, okay, let's say I was like on prep or something and I like had a high carb day, like, you know, given to me or whatever, I think I would most definitely eat as many oats as possible, because I freaking love them, and they are like one of the foods that will definitely like keep me, you know, satisfied and full, with like peanut butter and strawberries. Chowski, I'm sorry if I said that wrong, sorry. She said, if you could only have one last meal, what would it be? You can include appetizer, meal, dessert, and a beverage, because I know I would want to pick more than one thing. Thanks, girl. Really looking out there. Oh god, that's still so hard though. Okay, I would definitely have my mom's eggplant parm because I don't ever order eggplant parm like out anywhere except I only eat hers. Like, I can't even describe to you. And I like literally ate so much of it because it's just so freaking good. So I definitely have that. I think I would definitely have salted caramel cheesecake from the Cheesecake Factory. Definitely a pint of Chubby Hubby Ben & Jerry's. No, oh my god, can I just eat ice cream? A pint of Chubby Hubby Ben & Jerry's. Definitely the salted caramel Steve's ice cream. And ooey gooey butter cake from Apple Hill. So basically my last meal is just going to be ice cream. That's fine though, right? Okay, Anna Kane asks, do you have any advice or tips on how to lose weight without tracking macros? I counted macros in the past and it works, but it makes me feel obsessed with food and I feel guilty when I don't hit them and just creates a bad relationship. But I feel like everyone's advice on YouTube is to count macros to lose weight, so I feel lost. Obviously, tracking your macros and like your calories would definitely be an easier way to lose weight. I would look at like what you're eating throughout the day and maybe just getting like a rough estimate and then just cut some things out. Like, you know, if you go to Starbucks and get a iced coffee with whatever, like maybe some skim milk or something, or like some creamer, or you, like say you go get coffee and you get like a semi-fancy drink, like cut that out. However many calories that is, like if it's 200, if it's 500, if it's 120, I don't know, but like if you get like some fancy little like coffee drink, cut that out and just, you know, that was already taken out 200 whatever calories from your diet. Take little things out of your diet, you will essentially be taking in less calories. And that's pretty much how you lose weight, is literally calories in versus calories out. I would also stick to eating a lot of like whole grains, you know, a lot of like, you know, oats and stuff that have good amount of fiber in it that'll keep you full. And then I would stick to, you know, definitely eating veggies. These also keep you full as well. They're more like voluminous. If you're not really doing any cardio, add some cardio in. And then Danielle XDPC asked me my top 3 favorite nut butters. Okay, this is hard. Recently, for the first time, I just bought the Jif Natural like peanut butter. That's definitely up there because it's just perfect, like natural peanut butter, just nice and spreadable, and so that's definitely up there. I think the white chocolate P28. I think the vanilla espresso Barney butter. The white chocolate wonderful PB&Co is really good. Oh my god, no. The caramel almond butter from Naturals, that is number 1. Buy it. I got it at Target. Go. Please go buy it. It's so freaking good. Okay, friends, so that is where I'm going to end this Q&A. I am super excited to get back onto YouTube. I have this new drive, new sense of like just motivation to put vlogs out there, and I'm gonna just come back full force. So get ready for an overload of COURTO. So thank you for watching this video. I know it's been quite some time, so thank you. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for not giving up on me. It's truly appreciated. And, you know, comment, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Thank you guys for watching, and I will definitely catch you soon.